Welcome to Collecting Chaos. It's G.I. Joe time. I don't have a whole lot left to show you, but before I do show them to you, I'm going to attempt to replace an O-ring in an action figure. Hopefully it won't give me too much trouble. It's been many years since I did this, and my fingers aren't as nimble as they were back in the early 90s. So, yeah, if you want to see the rest of the G.I. Joes and hopefully the rest of the G.I. Joes and me replace an O-ring in an action figure, or try to, keep watching. So I'm going to show you how to change the band in one of the G.I. Joes right now. First off, this band had dry rotted, so I'm going to take the legs off of, or out of here if I can. Sometimes you can, sometimes it doesn't want to. But there's a little bit of the band left inside of there, and I want to get it out. So that's what I'm doing right now, is I'm trying to get the rest of that band out of there. There we go. Yeah, it's really stiff. I suspect this one had a little water damage to it at some point. Just get that back on there. And there's got a screw in the back. You take the screw out. Now I've already loosened that screw. I've actually already taken it out. And then do not want to lose those screws. Just pop it open. There's the old band. As you can see, it's in pretty bad shape. But I have new ones. I'm kind of doing this blind because my computer decided it was time to update. I'm going to have to pull that back off. Stick that on there. If I can get it in. And these are O-rings. This one doesn't want to cooperate too good, but that's okay. There we go. Slide it in. Maybe. This is a little fiddly sometimes, but I haven't done one of these in years, so that could be part of my problem. Anyway, now that that's done, I'm going to put it onto the front. Like so. You got to make sure the arms and the head is in there, or you'll be taking it back apart again very quickly. Actually, we're going to do this like this, and then I'm going to put the arms in, hopefully. And of course, I had it backwards. That ought to make it a little easier. Put the head in. Make sure I got the right arm on the right side and the left arm on the left side. Snap it back together, turn it over, and put the little screw in. Now I'm not sure which G.I. Joe this is. This is a loose one that I found. But there you go. And he's nice and tight and he'll stand up. You're ready to go. And I ordered a bunch of these little cases to put them in. So we'll put them in like that. Pretty easy, huh? Well, that was kind of fun. Not really. Let's see what we got here. Captain Gridiron. You don't have to just replace the O-rings when the figure is broken. You can replace them when it's loose and they won't stand up anymore. This one stands up. I don't really need to replace his O-ring, but it is, you know, 30 years old, 40 years old, so probably should. Next up, we have Airwave. He was, this one is from 1990. Don't have all his figures there, or all his pieces there. He had a silver rifle, a silver helmet, tan visor, and a brown backpack / parachute case with a working silver parachute. And you know what? I think I have that somewhere, if I can find it. Might have it, might not. Next up, Drop Zone. Another one from 1990. He came with a gray helmet, brown visor, a set of brown guns that he held against his chest, a brown backpack parachute case, and a working silver parachute. Yeah, see how loose this one is? When I replace the O-ring in it, it'll be a lot better. It'll be tight. See, that my boxes that I have these in have all this information on them. When I transfer them all to cases like this, I will print out a little sheet and put it in there with it so that people know what it's supposed to have. This is Night Creeper. He's from 1990. Came with a black crossbow, a black serpentine sword, another black sword, and a maroon backpack. I got his maroon backpack, and as you can see, he's really loose. Matter of fact, it's broken. See? So, but I'm going to replace all of the O-rings and all of the G.I. Joes, so it doesn't really matter. And I'm going to put them all in those little 1x1 or 1-inch cases. This is Metalhead. He was from 1990. He came with a light gray, and he's also broken. He came with a light gray helmet, a light gray gun, 2 light gray missile pods, a light gray missile launcher, a light gray backpack frame that attached to the missile launcher, making it his backpack, and 2 black hoses and 6 yellow missiles. I know I don't have all those parts. but the figure itself has some value, especially once I replace all those O-rings. I've actually got a pretty big collection of G.I. Joes. Maybe I should just collect them instead of trying to get rid of them later. This is Range Viper, another one that's in 2 pieces. He came with a black grenade launcher with a removable black. Came with a black grenade launcher with a removable black chamber, a dark gray backpack, a black knife, a black hose, and a gray missile launcher and a gray missile. He needs 3 pieces. This one is Barbecue, also commonly known as Slaughter's Marauders Barbecue. This was released in 1989. And he had a gray fire axe, a gray nozzle gun, which I have right there, a backpack formed from 2 parts, the silver foam tanks and the gray case, and a black hose which attached to the backpack to the nozzle gun. And I have one of those cases, but I think the tanks are actually orange, the one that I have, so it doesn't go with this figure. Probably goes with the other barbecue figure. And here we have BAT version 2. His hand came off. Oh, came with an orange right hand attachment, an orange flamethrower attachment, a black missile launcher, backpack spring loaded that could really fire, a green missile, and a black figure stand. I have some figure stands somewhere if I can find them. Those are important because they complete the models. Not all G.I. Joes came with figure stands. And here we have Naugahyde. This came out in 1989. He came with... Wow, I got all kinds of things for him. A black rifle, a black bipod, a silver knife, a black machete, which I don't have, a black bow, a black backpack, which is what this is, and a tan helmet and a brown boar. So he's almost complete. The only thing I'm missing is his machete. I hope all these parts will fit into that into one of those cases. If not, I'll figure something out. And here's a Naugahyde with nothing. He has nothing, but he comes with all the same stuff the other guy did. Didn't bother taking him out of the plastic because I just showed him to you. This is Hit and Run from 1988. Hit and Run came with a black assault rifle, a green knife, a 2-piece black duffel bag, and a black grappling hook connected by black string to the black crank. And of course, all I have is him. This is Hardball. He was part of the 1988 7th Series. He came with a gray grenade launcher, a green backpack. The rotating chamber in the grenade launcher could easily be removed. Got a little bit of his parts. Here's a Duke version 2, commonly known as Tiger Force Duke. Duke came with a tan helmet, a black submachine gun, black binoculars, and a green backpack, of which I don't have any of it. And it's also broken right here. So if I get ready to sell this, I'll make sure to make a note of that break. It can be repaired. And if I decide to collect them, I will repair it. This is Dusty, version 2, commonly known as Tiger Force Dusty. He was a carded figure, and he came with a black submachine gun, a black bipod, and a green backpack. Dusty is complete. So once I get a new band in him, he'll be all set. Here we have Annihilator from 1989. Annihilator came with a gray backpack. Wait, let's start at the beginning. He came with a black submachine gun, a gray black backpack, a two-piece helicopter blade setup, which is what this is, a black gun, and 2 handles. Okay, so he doesn't have the submachine gun. All I have is this black gun. And of course he goes on there like that. Another one needs to be fixed. Age does a number on these things. Does a number on those O-rings, that's for darn sure. And finally we have a whole bunch of pieces. And this is Stalker. Came out in 1989, and that's all I know about him. I'm pretty sure all of this stuff goes with him, otherwise I wouldn't have it with him. But if it doesn't, then I'll figure out who it does go with and give it to the right guy. That's it. That's all the G.I. Joes, I hope. I do have a few more loose ones running around somewhere. I haven't identified them yet. Have to go to yojo.com and take care of that. Now I have a lot of work to do. A lot of O-rings to replace. Yeah, that's it. That's going to be it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something, maybe. I know I had a little bit of trouble with that O-ring, but after the first one, I did a couple more. Actually, I did 3 of them. And I did 3 of them, and these 2 were a lot easier than this one was. So, yeah. We'll see you next video. Don't forget, before you handle your collectibles, before you handle your comics, before you handle your toys, wash your hands. It's good for your comics, good for your collectibles, good for your toys. It's good for your health. See you next video. Bye.